Weird, Jace. All right, diving on into the last one here. E-League starts in 45 minutes, so we'll probably run a little bit over their start with this one. This is Esper Reanimator, and I really kind of like the look of this deck. So this is called Reanimator, which that magic jargon, for those not familiar, refers to decks that take big expensive creatures and puts them into play a little bit ahead of time with cards like Bond of Revival and Concoct. So we can get these 7/7s or the 7-cost Agent of Treachery out as early as the 5th turn. But this deck's just like a reasonable control deck at its core too. We've got Realm-Cloaked Giant, that's a sweeper. We've got Murderous Rider, spot removal. We've got discard spells. I really like these cheeky Charming Princes at the bottom end of this deck. It can provide some life versus aggro, some card selection in the early game when we're trying to hit land drops, and it can blink our Agent of Treachery to rebuy their stuff. We also have some copies of Kenrith here, who's not only an individually reasonable bomb on his own that gains us life and draws us card, but his last line of text is also just reanimating stuff, which is sweet. So, yeah. Yeah, if Judith Dies triggered worked on tokens, we'd play her over Mayhem Devil Not Close. Turtle Greg, thank you for the very generous tier 3 resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed. Be sure to let me know what you'd like to see added to the queue with that, or if there's something that you'd like to bump up. I do really like that Nexus of Fate finally rotated, so they just like immediately replaced it with another playable buy a box card in Kenrith. Sure. Lead on this tapped. We can go Charming Prince on 2. Part of me is sad that all the students that said they were coming to see me tonight haven't showed, but another part is happy because I got to watch Magic. God bless. Been there. Been there. I'm interested in trying out any Brawl commanders in Standard. I don't... You mean like the Brawl specific cards? I don't know. I might really want either of those cards on top of my deck. Not specifically. I don't know that I have any build-arounds for them. Can you describe what happened with the priest issue? I can find... Someone said they clipped it. I can dig it up after the stream, Rufio. Basically, I targeted both players, both myself and my opponent, with the priest, and I wasn't required to sacrifice a creature, even though it made us both lose life. So I definitely targeted myself. Someone else just said in chat they were testing it with Sparky, and it doesn't make both players sacrifice. But who it makes sacrifice seems to be at random, because sometimes it makes them sack, and sometimes it makes the opponent sack. So the specific bug is activating priest and targeting both players. Yikes. I think we're going to be too slow on the draw here. Feels dead, man. Maybe this Charming Prince might drag us across the finish line. Maybe. Yikes. Alright, so I need an untapped land next turn. And maybe I could scry there, but the 3 life seems pretty important. I'd be going to 1 otherwise. I think being at 4 is better. I'm going to decline. I'm going to decline to fetch, and we're dead, because I can't block anything, and this does 1. Woof. Despark, Gaia's Wrath. I'm going to trim these Agent of Treacheries. Actually seems relatively clean. Do I want Bell-Haunt? I feel like their decks, they have Gutter Bones in their deck. Maybe Kenrith or Bond of Revival is unnecessary. Maybe just like board out some of this top end, just be like more Esper control-y. It's probably not unreasonable against an aggro deck. Using Claim the Firstborn to sack Nissa lands is pure. That sounds like pure bliss. That sounds like just everything good and right and gracious in Magic the Gathering. Everything I would love to be doing. Yeah, the aristocrat deck always seem to beat up on those ramp decks. They're just like slow and clunky. You're just like, here's my 1-drops, go. Yeah, it gets them when they're indestructible, it does. It's like, and did you? Alright, well, their first play is going to get sent back to their hand. It does. So the converted mana cost, yikes. The pride cometh before the fall, I suppose. The converted mana cost of a card is always the number printed in the corner. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a card here just because I really want to draw. Because if they questing beast this turn, I don't want them to hit my Teferi down to 1 after he goes up to 5. So I think putting him to 1 and getting my card out of him right away is ideal. Yeah. Really want to draw a Murderous Rider this turn. Or some way to interact with the board. Even if it's just another Teferi to bounce this, that would be fine. Well. Okie doke. I guess enter the God Eternals should do a really good job here of like dragging us back from the brink, so to speak. It's gonna gain us life and impact the board really nicely. So, incredibly important note about Enter the God Eternals against green decks. Against green decks, you always want to target yourself with the mill. Not only do we want to self-mill because we're a reanimator deck, but self-milling is important in the against green decks because if they Veil of Summer you, you still get the 4/4 this way. So, kill your thing, make a thing that trades with questing beasts is a pretty good exchange rate here. And even if they veiled us there, it wouldn't have been the end of the world, right? Because of what I was explaining. Just because we would have been hurting more than we are, but we still would have gotten a 4/4. Yup. Oh, I'm so dumb. I only get to keep one of these. That's fine. Despark will exile this. I should have done that after I build myself though, because in the event I saw 2 cards I wanted, I could keep them both. And I can't keep both of them with this line. So next turn I get to go tapped land, Kenrith, Despark your thing. Have not hit any 7/7s yet, but I have a Bell-Haunt in here I can get back later. Block. If they attack with this, I'm gonna go to 8. Goodbye, friends. Yeah, every time someone sees that animation for the first time, it's just like, holy shit. Here's my 5/5 with too many abilities. Me. Target this guy. Target this guy. Goodbye, Felicia. So I have 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to shock this in. Because shocking this in lets me gain 5 and get back my Bell-Haunt, which is great. Go. I think that exchange is fine. Like, I've got this, and I have a castle hiding down here too. That felt good. I didn't want to attack with the 5/5 because attacking with the 5/5 makes Scream Sweeper, and I wanted to gain the extra life from both my creatures living. So Kaya's Wrath gains you a life for every one of your creatures that you kill. So by not attacking, I guaranteed get 2 life with it. It's a good question though. Yeah, being able to bring back Ken, who brings back other things, is just like, hey, let's get the gang is getting back together again. We did gain a lot of life that game. Ken gained 20 on his own, or 10 on his own, right? Or 15? Yes, especially in the world of the London Mulligan the Yak lives, like, mulliganing is definitely a lot more of a privilege than a punishment. It's just like, this hand's like the low end of keepable. My first removal spell's on 3, which kind of sucks. This deck might want, that's good. I might want some Tyrant Scorns in this deck. Just so I have like some more 2 mana plays. I have Charming Prince and Discovery. The number of discoveries we have might be a little bit too high. That's a good draw. Brutal. Brutal. Punished. Okay, that's not too bad. Just gonna like gain 3 here. Just gotta survive to get to these basically. And remember, they can't duress these. Despark was the only legal target they had there. So we have to, like, murder something next turn, and then Realm-Cloak the following turn. Sounds great. Huh? Do I just like Charming Prince to gain life and save the Murderous Rider for later? What's the downside? They go land Henge? They have so many small creatures, I bet they're not playing Henge. Yeah, it's the last deck of the day, draft. Planning to go till 7 when the E-League event starts. So I'm going to 13 here, but like this stands to gain me life. I am in the E-League event this evening. So be sure to hang out for that. It is on another channel. So part of the reason why I'm staying live the whole time is because I'm going to host it on this channel here. So be able to just get pushed right on over. Maybe I'll raid them. Usually I host, but maybe I'll raid them. So people will get properly pushed over. Yeah, I think we're just murdering this, right? The matches are pre-recorded, however, the commentary does not know the results of the matches. So to them it is live. All the people who have played are not allowed to share the results of the games that they play. That's kind of funny.
This isn't a fight you can win. Oh, I've done the hero thing.
Yup. Yeah, the E-League event is Green-Black Henge. So, Bell-Haunt, take the card out of your hand. Murderous Rider, take your spawn. Plus my Teferi go. E-League coverage starts in about half an hour. After we finish up this deck, I plan to host them. This deck feels really clean. I feel like I might want to touch more interaction at the bottom end. Thanks, Rufio. I appreciate it. Oop. I feel like I want... How many lands are in here? It's 25 or 26? 25. Is it too greedy to cut to Discovery? I feel like it's probably not. How do we feel about two Tyrant Scorn at the bottom end? Hey, the Pizza League. Thanks for the 18 months of support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Now, I think I'd play Scorn. Scorn hits a good range of stuff. Man, I'm gonna cut these. So thinking about this, let's try this. I'm gonna cut these Thief of Sanities from the board and just play a last agent. Thief is really bad against all these Oko decks. Oh, and there's no Noxious Grasp in here. Let's get a couple of those in here. Despark seems good potentially. Yeah, let's do this. Hopefully this one is sweet. This would be a nice one to have on the website if it doesn't suck. I am cautiously optimistic. So like part of the problem with Esper control is that you just kind of eat it to the field decks, but with a bunch of Agents of Treachery in your 75, you might be able to just like beat them by like taking all their stuff, right? Seems potentially a real thing. Yeah, I agree. Noxious Grasp is very, very good right now. Playing black and not having a grip full of Noxious Grasp is suspect. Unless you're like aggressively slanted, perhaps. Hey, Maestro. What channel is E-League on? It's twitch.tv/ELeagueTV. Hang on, this one right here. Actually, they're live now and their countdown is up. We might just get run down. I should have mulliganed this. This hand's loose. Let's grind to Charming Prince. Clip it. E-League's not the only thing pre-recorded, chat. A true skill game we play. Jeff, stop. It causes me physical pain. Why did I scry? Why didn't I just gain life? Man, after we scried into the Charming Prince, I should have just known that the top of the deck was just like, nah, running perfects. I guess I don't really want the bond yet. All right, we'll bottom the bond. Although I suppose this Enter the God Eternals could mill us something for the bond, huh? More Malice. Thank you for the 2 months of Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Hope you're having an excellent Wednesday wherever you are. If they attack this turn, I'm just gonna block, because if they spend their whole turn using their mana, that's a win for me. Yeah, especially if they're gonna use a food too. Like, Yeah, they've concluded they don't want to lose that much tempo, which is smart. They probably don't. Do I not have a second island in this mana base? That's a punt. Hopefully it's not gonna bite us this game. We're gonna relook at the mana. There's a second island. Okay. Oh, I guess I can't enter next turn now. I assumed I had a second island because I have double blue spells. There should definitely be a second island in this mana base. So, like, now the kind of awkward part is, do I even want a Realm-Cloaked Giant this board? I kind of don't want to, right? Is it crazy to just go, like, tapped land, go? I guess go tapped land, go here. Really? Okay. Huh. All right. I mean, they just don't want to give me value on my sweeper, right? Like, playing around a sweeper on Esper is, like, not unreasonable. God, the vibrations on that crush are just, like, unreal. It's a little awkward that these draw them cards. This is like not great for us. Woof. Do I have a way to interact with this card in my 75? I don't think I do, right? Despark. Despark's a good answer. Agent, Despark. I don't know if this is an agent matchup. Maybe I leave a couple in. Whenever it's reasonable to enter the Reaper. Maybe I kind of wanted... I wanted the Enter the God Eternal token to be left over. Was why I didn't do that. Unfortunately, did not hit an Agent of Treachery there. Would have been sick. It's real good. Vomit. Alright, so we're chump blocking and hoping to draw the last sweeper. Taking 10-14 down to... drawing the last sweeper doesn't even do it because Deathless Knight with this kills us next turn. Deathless Knight was really sweet in Green Black Henge. We're playing some copies of that ourselves. Do I want these? I think these are just too expensive. I guess Kenrith reanimates it. What do I actually want to trim? Their build's a little bit bigger, Charming Prince doesn't really have text here. Maybe that's the line, leave 2 of these in. This seems fine. I mean, Despark hits a lot of stuff in their deck. It's very possible that, like, 3 of this card's even good. Like, having a way to get rid of the Wicked Wolf is important. Although I guess we have Agent of Treachery for the Wicked Wolf text too, so it's probably fine. Bum ba dum ba dum ba da 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 da. Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum bum. Every time some random card shows up the bot for a type of failed command I've never heard of, I need to look it up. What does this do? What is this hiding in Magic's vast wealth of cards? This is great. Needs some more mana, but we've got Thought Erasure with a Surveil at least. Might dilute your game plan too much. I don't think so. So, like, we only have 2 dedicated reanimate spells, fair folk. So while we're calling this deck Esper Reanimator, it's really Esper Control with, like, a small sub-theme, right? So, like, aside from our 2 copies of the card that gives haste, like, all the rest of our cards play without it. In fact, you might even be able to argue that we should just be playing 4 copies of Concoct in this deck and not play the other one. I think there's a strong argument to be made. Just because, like, we're not super aggressive, and, like, Connive, like, has text in some matchups. Yeah, the Aristocrat set was quite possibly one of the best sets of Magic I've played in a long time. Cannot connive that one, unfortunately. Just gonna go ahead and Noxious Grasp this. Just because I have Despark for their next threat, which is nice. Now, the quotes are still there, Geoff. Their bot's just a little bit slow. Yeah, exactly. Like, you just get to, like, Hail Mary. Well, they know I have this, so thanks. Maybe they didn't realize that was mind control. Despark on this is actually pretty clean too, because it makes it go away forever, which is nice. I'm not the aggressor in this matchup, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pass here. And just, like, hold this up on defense so I could, like, eat another hasty threat if they have, like, Questing Beast or something like that. Just want to try and, like, hit our next 2 land drops naturally here. So we can get to the old agent. This is well played on my opponent's part here. They're just passing with double activation up, so we can't just, like, kill it in response. Which, that's probably actually pretty okay for us, because this likely means this is one of my opponent's last resources. If that's one of their last resources, we're pretty okay with that. So, I think I'm gonna Noxious Grasp this. Or, now I'm gonna Murderous Rider it. I'm gonna Murderous Rider this, and the reason why I'm doing this is because this way, if they have Henge, they can't play it out this turn, right? I just want to keep them off of playing that for the time being, I think. Although I guess Ridering instead of doing this means that I can't pump this. Yeah, so we have to take a hit here, which kind of sucks. In. Let's just end the parade of crabmen here. So I can pump this, and then I can agent something else. I think we're just hanging out for now. I don't think there's a reason to jam this when they could, like, henge me and get me in trouble. What's going on, Mary Squirrel? Yeah, we're running through the E-League event starts in 15 minutes, so we're going to play this deck for another half hour or so, and then I'm going to call it a day. If you kept an eye on the schedule on my website, you'd have known to expect me on this evening. That's real aggressive. Yeah, no, I just take QB here. Just like try and kill them before... That's probably the line, eh? This is their last Growth Chamber Guardian. My worry was, like, playing this out and then them drawing Henge, but, like, I'm probably closing fast enough at this point, so that's not a worry. These are my adventures. Here's your duress that can't take my murder or my Wrath of God. Duress is unplayable. It's definitely, it ain't what she used to be. That's for sure. The old gal ain't what she used to be. Pretty sure it was murder there. Pretty sure I ain't seen no planeswalkers around, she. Man, Agent of Treachery is, like, pretty good there. Do I have room for another? Teferi's pretty medium. I'm gonna board in a third agent. It might be greedy. Nah, I think you still want duress. I think that's fine. Man, I really hope they don't reprint Thoughtseize. I could really do with the non-rotating format where I don't have to suffer getting Thoughtseized. Yeah, I've seen some people playing Drillbit. I really hope they don't make that mistake again. Actual Thoughtseize is, like, pretty miserable. Easy mulligan here. Okay hand, relatively decent keep. I think I'm gonna bottom Teferi here. I think there's a good chance I get to play both of these before they're dead. They're keeping on 6. Reprint Cabal Therapy. That's that card's really strong. Definitely can't beat that coming down next turn. Maybe can beat this, maybe. If we're lucky, they'll just play this and fart this, and then we'll, like, Thought Erasure take their second one. The goal here is survive to get to this. Or, like, racing us to 5. Perfect. We're looking for a 5th land and maybe some kind of spot removal spell in the middle. Would be decent. Like a way to, like, take this off the table, stem the bleeding a bit. How about another 7-drop? What do we think of that? Oh, yikes. This turn 5 sweep might be too slow. Maybe I want a 3rd Scorn in the main deck. We're, like, actually done on their 5th turn, right? Like, this is going to... Whew! That's a good one. Might be 1-for-1ing this Realm-Cloaked Giant against this Knight of the Ebon Legion. Alright, so we're going to 6 here. And then we're dead unless we draw an interactive element or an untapped land. Oh no! It's too powerful, chat. It has too much power. Too much power. Let's take a peek at this again. I think I'm gonna cut these dedicated. I like having kind of the utility on this Connive Concoct. This is like 6 reanimate spells with Kenrith here, basically. Can I fit an island into this mana? What's the mana right now? This is 14, 16 white. I could just go up a land to 26. Going up a land to 26 after we just stumbled and died is probably a fine idea. I also feel like I want to split Charming Prince and Tyrant Scorn 3-3, because Charming Prince is kind of medium against these bigger green decks. Seems fine. Let's max on. I'm gonna split Despark, Noxious Grasp 3-3. I'm gonna favor Grasp. Alright. I need to run to the restroom really quick. We're gonna play 1 or 2 more matches with this before we call it a night, but nature calls. Alright, let's dive on in. Alright, this is a quick one. We're gonna sneak one more in. If this one takes a hot second, it'll probably be the last one. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. I know it's been a long day. This isn't a part I normally time segment when I usually stream. If you're a new viewer out there, I stream full-time here on Twitch, but I'm during the mornings and early afternoons in the US. I stream about 7 a.m. until about 3 p.m. Central Cornfield time. We do a ton of different standard decks on Arena. If you are someone new and you find yourself enjoying the decks that I play and the way I present my lines of thought, be sure to check out my website and my YouTube channel as well. Basically everything I stream gets archived in both of those places. Boneless Wing is one of the subs here. Wonder if he's around. I was lurking in McDarby's chat last night, and he played against Boneless a couple of times. And Boneless was playing green Oko decks every time. The basic Plains Thought Erasure opener. Let's mulligan that one. Yikes! The classic add a 26th land mulligan no landers. It's like peak Magic the Gathering right there. This hand sucks. We're gonna keep it 5. Okay. Turn 2 Broko, yep.
Walk with me, sing with me. I will enlighten. It's not poison. Trust me.
Yeah, we have a Broko emote. They're gonna get. I feel like we're gonna get a good amount of mileage out of that one. Probably a Nissa Broko deck, it looks like.
I invite you to change your ways.
Angry Goose. Angry Goose is angry. Teferi's hungry, he can eat that. Thanks. Alright, there's a Murderous Rider for this, and then we have Realm-Cloaked Giant to clean up the rest of it. So if they don't have a follow-up Broko, we could be okay here. He says before his opponent plays a land in Anissa. Yep. 5 mana sweepers are really good right now, huh? Hey, Fixlin, thanks for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine this month with that.
I grace you with my lack of presence.
I grace you with my lack of presence. Goodbye, Felicia. You shall not be missed. Vomit. Alright, I mean if I hit a land here, like, their board's gone. I guess. We're gonna hit down to 4 though. If we draw an untapped land, we can go Teferi, bounce your animated land, play Murderous Rider as a blocker. So it depends on how good their play is here. That's not particularly good. You can connive their land. That's not true. Connive is 2 powerless. We're dead, right? No matter how I slice this, that's not true. I can play this, and I can draw an untapped land.
Let's slow this down.
So, looking for a land call. We just added a 26th. Come on. Come on. Alright. Alright. Ho. We're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. They clicked the wrong mode on that card now. Oh, otherwise we were dead. I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters. I think we're dead anyways, but they definitely clicked the wrong mode there. If we draw another Realm-Cloaked Giant, we're like going to 4 when we block here, and then we get to clear the board. So if we draw another Realm-Cloak, like maybe we have a shot. Oh, I have Agent of Treachery in my deck, right? Alright, Hail Mary. So close. It was the top card. Kenrith heal cost 3. It was the top card. If we'd have drawn it, we'd have cleared this, and they'd have had just this. We'd have gotten back in here. That'd have been so sick. That was really close, considering we like, you know, mulled to 5 or whatever. Alright, so Charming Prince out. Tyrant, Scorn out. I think this is a Time Raveler out matchup. Oh, it's definitely a God Eternals out matchup. Do I want Stroke? I think Stroke is worse than Teferi. Teferi making sure they can't, like, Autumn's Veil or counter me back seems pretty good. And, like, randomly tempoing their stuff also seems fine. Alright, let's do it. Yeah, I'm aware. They go live at 7, so you're probably going to miss a little bit of the start. I'm not the first match, so. Hey, Marty, thanks for the host. You're catching us right at the end here. Risu, thanks for the 2 months. Welcome back. Realm-Cloak in the opener. Keep. Yeah, I think I'm just like in for 5th land guaranteed, right? I went 3-1 with Memekin, had two turn 4 kills. That sounds hot. Hey, well, thanks for keeping me around. Hope you're having a good one. I think we just tempo this to keep them off of turn 3 Nissa here. Yeah, Teferi's definitely the card I want. No turn 3 Nissa, please. Thank you.
I am not making this up as I go.
Ooh, that's exciting. Memekin is a heck of a card. Steamkin. Runaway Steamkin is an aptly named card, that's for sure. Ooh. Oh, right. We can just draw step this, right? That's how this works.
Let's try this.
And they can't counter because that's how this works. Teferi's dumb. Alright, what do you got? What are my thoughts on Realm-Cloak? I think Realm-Cloak's great. It seems very powerful. Like, just like strong effect. Like having a body tech onto your sweeper is great. How much time till Teferi rotates, right? So I guess they can crease this for 4 here, technically. And draw 2 cards, and then I'll untap and Realm-Cloak. I'd love it if they Nissa. If they Nissa, I get to Noxious Grasp it, and then untap and Realm-Cloak. Alright. God bless, no goes to Reno. This is more appealing because it lets them kill my Teferi. I didn't grab Nissa because of exactly this. We're gonna do this and kill their Nissa, and then we're gonna untap and cast Realm-Cloaked Giant and kill their board. Like, they're gonna have Stone Cold nothing left. Whereas, like, the wolf they could play and it's indestructible, and, like, that's not a good scene for me. Play the card I can't answer, basically, or take the card I can't answer otherwise. Bye, friends. Let's clear that right on out, shall we? Would you like to play a 2/2? You would. Thanks. He's my buddy. He's my pal. Everything turned out so much worse than expected, chat. It's kind of unreal. It's kind of unreal how much worse than expected everything turned out. I've made a terrible mistake, chat. The really sweet thing here with Realm-Cloaked Giant being our sweeper, Realm-Cloaked Giant explicitly destroys non-giant creatures. So like this next Realm-Cloaked Giant sweeper is not going to kill this one, which is just fantastic. They play like a Nissa here. We like clear the board, attack their Nissa. Oh no. We have another Crisis here. Yep. That's aggressive. You know what else is aggressive, chat? 7/7. 7/7s are pretty aggressive. Yeah, why doesn't he have reach? He's bigger than the world and he can't block flying creatures. Can I get a flavor judge on this one? I feel like I need a flavor judge on this one. Flyers are fast and he's slow. That's not true. Not all flying creatures are fast. Get out of my way. Yeah, the animation comes in pretty quick if you're asking me. Comes in pretty quick. This thing notably can only block flying creatures, so it does not get in the way of a Realm Cloaky here. Nah, I don't use any product in my beard. Well, my beard gets... I keep my beard pretty short overall. When it gets too long, I trim it. I was gonna say I should play this because it's lethal, but like this is lethal too, right? So I should just play this because it's lethal and it draws a card. Also like gains me life if I need to in a pinch. Yes, yeah, the part where it's just like, all right, just like does everything I want. That's wait, this has to fight something, right? It fights up to one target. Yeah, the big bad wolf wants to knock down someone's door regardless. Oh, is it up to 1 2? Up to 1. Up to 1. Yep. Never mind. I'm dumb. I'm dumb. Ignore me. I'm gonna draw a card in end step here. You draw a card. Thank you. Oh, ain't nobody afraid of the big bad wolf, chat. Ain't nobody afraid of the big bad wolf. All right, it's gonna be our last game of the day. Thanks everybody for hanging out. This deck's been sweet. I think I'm gonna get a banner made up to throw this one up on the website. Seems very reasonable. It's performed well. It feels like it has a cohesive collection of cards in it. After I wrap up, E-League is just getting started, so I'm gonna go ahead and send you over their way. Is Party Bus still a thing? The card hasn't rotated, but Hostage Taker rotated out, which is a pretty integral part of being able to combo consistently. I'm gonna keep this on the draw. I've got a Noxious Grasp to stem the bleeding a little bit. Just need to hit a couple white sources to be great. Discovery is actually a phenomenal draw here. If they Broco on 2, we'll Noxious Grasp him. See this card, chat? Play a lot of it. Play a lot of it. This one right here. We have a Brazen Borrower here. Huh? I think I'm gonna bin that. I think I just want my cards to play to the board at this point. We have a really, really elegant curve here, like Kaya's Wrath on 4 into untap Kenrith on 5. So if they Nissa me here, I'm taking 6 down to 13, but then I'm clearing the board. Oh, Wicked Wolf's a beating. Alright, Wicked Wolf. What's the line on that one? I think the line on Wicked Wolf is Teferi bounce it. Just like stem the bleeding. Not bounce food. The goose can pay 2 mana to make a food. So the goose is food on tap. So the E-League matches are all pre-recorded. So we played, everybody playing in the E-League thing tonight played their matches over the weekend like I did.
We will meet again.
Looking for a Despark here. Murderous Rider, not quite good enough. I suppose I can play this and just like pay 6 to gain infinite. Right? Just like pay 6, gain 10. Yeah, their stream started. The first match is live now, which does not include me. Kind of surprised they didn't attack here. I'm gonna go ahead and shock this in, I think, and just pass. Yeah, that's why they didn't attack, because they didn't want to lose to Wrath. That makes sense. The wolf is indestructible if they sacrifice a food, so basically... Just gain 10, right? Why would I Rider in response to the target? I'm just gonna let them take it. We'll take 6 in combat, and then we'll untap and cast the Realm-Cloaked Giant. The cast off. Yeah, I'm just gonna sweep. Perfect. And then our Agent of Treachery lets us deal with the Wicked Wolf afterwards, which is nice. So it's gonna go up to a 4/4 here. And if they don't have a Veil or a Counterspell, would be in a good spot. In fact, depending on what they do here, we might just play a 7/7 out. Hi, wife. I love you. Thank you. Shortly. And actually, what we should do here is we're just going to Kaya's Wrath, and then in response to them saving it, we'll Murderous Rider it. We'll go to 9, and then they're on empty, and we have Agent of Treachery and Kenrith left, plus a 7/7. Probably ends it. crunch. Like, even if they untap and, like, rip a Planeswalker here, they need Hydrate Crisis, right? If they untap and rip a Planeswalker, I just, like, agent them, and the game ends. There aren't any bombs in my bin, right? Yeah, so... Alright, and then I think Kenrith probably locks things up. I guess for good measure I should do this. It's probably a brick, yeah. I should just, like, make sure I don't get, like, Disdainful Stroke tier or something silly. Thanks for the Nissa. Did you make that? I really like this deck. I'd want to play this against Golos Field to find out if I feel like I need what's it called in my sideboard, because you might want some Unmoored Egos on the board, but the core of what's going on here seems great. Did I miss lethal? I missed lethal. 10 out of 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. No wrong way to eat this, Rhesus. Yeah, I think there's a chance that just for Agent of Treachery and ways to get it back is enough. I think there's a good chance that, like, that's just enough. But if I played the Golos matchup and it felt hard, you could always jam Unmoored Ego, but Agent plus Stroke, I think might be enough to drag you kicking and screaming across the finish line. Cards that are maybe suspect in the main deck is maybe Enter the God Eternals, although this card does line up kind of well into Questing Beast, like killing it and then making a blocker for the next one. At any rate, I've been live for almost 12 and a half hours. That's going to be it for me for today. I had a long day so I could host E-League afterwards. So they are currently in their first match. I am playing the winner of this first match in the second round. So I will hopefully see y'all over there in chat. Everybody have a good one.